Well, Chuchi, I'm on a mission. I'm driving through outback roads in Australia on the quest to find any roadkill which I can use for this primitive technique. I'll be utilising specifically the hide of this animal. This will be used for my first line of protection against the army that awaits. Keep watching. Now, the process of harvesting honey in a professional format involves a number of factors. Firstly, obviously, the protection against the stings of the bees by using specially made protective clothing which prevents the bees from coming into contact with the skin. As you can imagine, being stung can be very painful. Now, most beehives which are used to source honey are conditioned to regular inspection by the beekeeper, and his presence is often performed in a non-offensive manner. Smoke used from the burning of the pine needle helping interfering with the communication signals between the bees, but also helps to guide the bees away from an attack and forces them into a defensive survival mode where their main focus now becomes about consuming and saving the honey. Now, I find this all very interesting and fascinating, and there's a lot of information which I can put in here. But what happens when you approach a wild hive in the quest for just a taste of their hard work? This is what I've come here to find out. Having cleaned out the hide, I'm going to work on making the skin into an armoured coat that I can wear as my first line of defence against the bees. I'm using just some twine and a needle to thread the coat to a custom fit, making sure that all arm, neck and leg openings will fit nice and snug and that nothing can penetrate from the outside. Additionally, I'll be adding some hide to my throat region as this area is my main concern and it needs to be protected. We're almost ready. Alright, so what I've done is this. So I came down to this creek and I've just collected a little bit of clay, and obviously now I'm going to get the skies. I've been pretty careful to make a just out of some roadkill to protect my neck and throat, from the stings of the bee, because particularly being stung around the throat, it's not a very good area to be stung. Getting that sort of swelling up can cause you to have breathing difficulties. So remember that. So just going to put this goat suit on. I have to have a bit of a blur here. Ooh, I'm naked. Alright, here we go. 1 foot through. It's gonna be like X-rated stuff. Imagine where this could lead. Who knows? If YouTube isn't successful, there could potentially be another industry that awaits. Joking. By the way, that's the Australian tan line, as you can see, proudly sponsored by the beaches of Australia. Gotta get this in. Okay, so that's pretty much like so. Now I've designed it in such a way that it's going to come up, there we go, it's going to come up relatively high. And that's the whole idea is, particularly with bees, is I want to protect as much of my body as possible. Look, the first line of defense is exactly what I'm thinking. Everything else just doesn't register in my brain for the moment. But look, whilst I'm down here, I'm going to say one thing. Oh, this is a workout. Oh. Up, over. Oh. Who said that the feral animals in Australia never got along with the natives? Look how well they match. Okay, and I've just had to cut the face out of this goat, only because I couldn't really see, and I know it's very important to protect your face, but I think in this occasion, having the visual acuity that are required to get up into this tree and get the honey, it's probably going to be the most important thing. Anyway, as I start muddying myself up, look, something really important, once again another first line of defense, the mud right here, something really important is Albert Einstein. I really like the man because I feel as though intelligence-wise we're all on the same scale. But something about Albert Einstein is he once said that if we were to lose the bees on this earth in 4 days, in just 4 days of the bees being gone, we'd start to notice changes within our environment, and I completely
agree with that. They're so important. It's like the catalyst of life, you know, nature's pollinators, so to say. But more so to do with the element of honey itself. Look, honey has all the natural ingredients that you require to sustain life. It's got water, it's got glucose, microbial agents, enzymes. It's absolutely liquid gold sent from the gods. So you must remember that. And you know, this is exactly why I'm just trying to protect my arms as best as I can. I'm going to get this on my hands. I'm going to have to let this dry a little bit. But you know, it's one of the reasons why it was highly prized by the indigenous people. When you look at any indigenous culture around the world, there was always people that were very interested in collecting honey to sustain themselves. Even in Australia with the Aboriginals, even as though the bees that we had here in Australia at the time were stingless bees. Lucky for them. But having said that, you know, places like in South America, even in North America, the acquiring of honey was sometimes a very vicious task. Could be seen as a very dangerous task and was often given to one or two people. Even the most mischievous person which was out there in the tribe, you know, to teach him a bit of a lesson for misbehaving, and or the person that was most fearless. But I think it's a bit of insanity, you know, a bit of both. Alright, well, I found the tree, right, and it's not up very high, it's a bit of like a hollow. It's exactly where I've got like my trusty cameraman today, which is, he's fully gillied up in a bee suit. But we're going to see how it's done the primitive way. Now, we've got a hive which is about 8 foot off the ground, and I've just laid some sticks there. I look like that creature from The Witch in the Wardrobe, whatever it is. The Lion, the Witch in the Wardrobe, that elf. There we go. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to climb up and you can just see what the bees have been doing. I'll just get the camera, I'll just do like a zoom in. You can just see, pretty stocked with honey. You know what, this wouldn't be such a bad idea if I wasn't allergic. I can't feel my face, mate. Serious? Yeah, I can't feel my face. How am I? You're fine. I can't. You're fine. Yeah, sure. Come on. Get out of the water. I can't feel my face. It's pretty hot. Get into the water, you got the stings in that. Oh, can you get them out of my hair? Yeah, just go and get in the water and they'll come out. Feel my mouth. They're stung in the mouth. Well, if you ever wondered what a bee tox injection looks like, it kind of looks like that. Now, you know, reactions can be a whole lot worse, but at the end of the day, you know, acquiring honey always came at a bit of a risk. And sometimes it might look like you've just been punched by Mike Tyson, but it's well worth it in getting a nice feed and getting some glucose into your system. So, but just remember, reactions can be a lot worse.